All right, here we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the neighborhood. Dylan, how you doing?
Fine. Finished up a bunch of big stuff for school this week, so um, slept a lot of the last day, the last 24 hours. Um, but I am back now, so ready to kind of roll into summer with this stream. What about you?
I have a couple finals left, and then that'll be about it for me as well. So the weekend shouldn't be too school heavy. I think I'm gonna do some studying, but yeah,
Hmm.
overall, I'm basically over this semester mentally. I have to
Yep.
keep reminding myself I have a few things left, but tonight is not about school, thank God. It is about video games. We are going to be checking out the Halo Infinite Season 2 for their
Hmm.
multiplayer. Uh, Released on Tuesday, which is a weird day.
Yeah.
Um, and so this season is called Lone Wolves. It includes a new battle pass with 100 rewards, two new maps, Breaker and Catalyst, three new game modes, King of the Hill, Last Spartan Standing, Land Grab, and that's essentially it. It is relatively light as far as these things go, and the developers
Hmm.
343 they've come out and said, hey, we want to do more. We wish we could do more. We just can't right now. Um, but I like the way 343 is handling this game, and so I want to support them. I want to see them succeed.
Yeah.
So it feels like a good one to check out. There have been some articles and stuff recently about the launch of this being rough. So if it does happen to just like completely crap out on us, we will adapt as we go tonight. But yeah, Lone Wolves, I have purchased the Battle Pass. It was like $9. I don't know, Dylan, if you have.
Oh yeah, I grabbed it.
So yeah, I
So,
am level 0 again and ready to kill some enemy Spartans. So the at least one of the game modes is like a free for all thing, so we may not be able to party up in that one. We'll just have to see
hmm.
what happens there.
Yeah.
Um, the it's Last Spartan Standing is the
Hmm.
free for all one. So Land Grab and King of the Hill, theoretically, we should be able to play. Land Grab, I would like
Yeah.
to try because I think that's kind of like their mini battle royale thing, but teams, if I remember correctly. I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I haven't jumped into any except for Last Spartan Standing, and I got destroyed.
Hmm.
And then I jumped into just some regular matches and got destroyed. So I
Yeah.
don't know if it's just that only good people are still sticking around. It feels like the time to get into a match is longer than it used to be.
Hmm.
But we'll see how it goes. We can just jump into some quick play and see what that gives us. We can jump into Rumble Pit, King of the. They do have a King of the Hill dedicated mode, so we can definitely try that. I think the
Hmm.
only way we're gonna do land grab is if we jump into a just a quick play thing. So let me kick it over to the gameplay screen.
Sure.
So there's Dylan, his basic Master Chief, looking
Correct.
green and regular.
I am quite proud of him.
And yeah, what you feeling? You want to just jump into some quick play or some
Yeah. Yeah. Get our feet
some
under us. It's
Slayer
been
and just kind of see get
yeah. I
our
haven't really played
get the muscle
a
memory
ton.
back.
Yeah, I haven't really played a ton of Halo recently, so I think it could be good to just
Let's just try
mess
some
around with it a little bit.
quick play. Yeah, see what happens.
The estimated wait of 17 seconds is not terrible.
No, I mean, Friday night you would hope that people are playing.
True.
That is another thing. Like with the few matches I played were on like Wednesday, so you do definitely get like a different crowd.
Yeah. I've not been keeping up with, like, I watched the trailer for season 2 like right before I hopped on tonight, because I really have not been keeping up with a whole lot in the past couple weeks because it's been very busy. But the season goes until November, right? Like, this is all summer.
Long season, yeah, which is another thing they've talked about, wishing, hey, we wish we could release these quicker. We wish they had more content, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is what you get until November. And me personally, I haven't even finished season 1. So like I definitely have stuff I could go back there and do, but it really is the whole thing with other games came out and just kind of stole the thunder from Halo.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's one of those things too where it's like there's a lot that they'd like to do, but they only have so much manpower, And so it's like, if we're gonna, I guess this is the new map, huh?
This is the new smaller map, I believe, and it is my favorite game mode, so I'm excited.
Yeah. So I will I'll happily give them the, like, long season if it means they're working on multiplayer for the campaign and Forge and stuff. Like, I'd rather that stuff.
Which is what they've said. Yeah, they're working on stuff that they deem more critical or more like quality of life.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a little map.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. It's got a lot of layers to it.
Very like vertical.
They've taken our flag. The enemy carrier
and an overshield. Dang, good start.
Whoa, shoot. That guy just suddenly like popped out to kill us. I was with the guy grabbing the flag, and he had a sword and just like showed up. I don't know from where. Do you actually hate or like capture the flag, or are you?
No, I do not like. I do not like capture.
I was like, I thought you hated capture the flag.
Yeah, it's like my least favorite game mode in any game. I didn't like it in WoW.
Yeah.
I don't like it in Halo. Man, this is tiny. I just like spawned in this bar.
Yeah. I feel like capture the flag can be fun, but it is definitely much more reliant on like actually having
oh my gosh,
people that like want to work together and actually play the game.
Like their team is, they're running as a squad of 4. And our team's just like scattered around, just whatever. Yeah. Trying to get a good KD or whatever, not actually.
Yeah, they have a guy with a sword in our base. I don't know where he went, but he was right here a second ago.
Oh my gosh, I am.
Oh, there he is.
Single parenting currently, and my kid is like sitting up fussing, so we'll see. She's still up after this match. I may have to run for a second and go see what her problem is. Completely different subject, but shout out to Bo this week. He has liked probably almost all of our TikTok videos by now.
Oh, wow.
I kept getting notifications all week long. He followed us last week at the end of the stream when I like shouted it out, and then I guess
has watched them all.
Yeah, our stuff has been getting fed to him, enough that he's just been popping those likes off, which, hey, I'll take it. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Let's just get back in the algorithm or whatever.
Well, I traded my first kill.
Trade is still a kill, you know?
Which, I mean, capture the flag killing doesn't really matter. Are you playing defense?
Yeah, I'm playing defense because they capture our flag 2 times.
Yeah, so they're
Like,
just
we should be aggressive, but
they're just playing the waiting game at this point. I think they're sending like
Yeah.
one guy. Oh, there's one. Bo said his TikTok showed him one of our videos every time he opens the app. You're welcome, Bo. Thanks for liking them and not just scrolling by.
yes.
Do you actually like them? You have any feedback for me? Anything else I should try? I know they're very promotional. I can't get with the trends and stuff. I just don't have time. Ideally, like what I'd like to do with TikTok is to make like short form content where it's like, hey, here are your top 3 news stories of the week in a minute or less kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just more work. Like I realistically can't do something like that right now. Because either it's me sitting there saying, just reading off news stories and you look at my face, or if I wanted to actually put like clips from whatever game I'm talking about or like the news story behind me or something, like that's just more
Yeah.
work, you know? Like that would be cool. It'd be a really cool like way to use those platforms for something
Oh, jeez.
original. But I just don't have the time right now, so it's all promotional.
Yeah.
Oh, they won.
Yeah, I stopped playing defense because I was like, I kind of just want this game to end.
Yeah. 2 of them are on fire. One has the mohawk. Looks tight and it's eye-catching. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I do try to stick with like a similar style.
Yeah.
All right. You talk to chat for a sec. I'm
Yep.
gonna go see what's up with the kid.
Hi, chat. Poor Bo. Yes, I've been seeing a lot of your content recently, Bo. So it's been entertaining for me. So trying to remember the most recent one that I got served. I think it was some sort of like either anime character or Pokemon or something. Why? Don't apologize. It's hilarious to me. I think it's funny. Oh, it was the Stardew Valley, and you got Lewis. That's the most recent one that I saw, and I found that great. Have you been playing a bunch of Stardew Valley recently? Was it? Oh yeah, no, it was George, the old guy. Who's Lewis? Lewis is the mayor. Yeah, you got the old man.
Her nightlight went out, so she was panicking.
That's fair. Download a bunch of expansion mods. Oh, I didn't realize there were a bunch of expansion mods for Stardew. Is that only like on? I guess it's probably only Steam, like in the workshop or whatever.
All right, let's
I feel-
try that again. See if we
I
get
feel
a
like
better
if we
game
were
mode.
to play Stardew Valley, it would probably be a week that Andrew was off. So,
I mean, I feel like I could get into Stardew Valley for like a month,
mhm.
kind of like I do with Animal Crossing, where like when I'm in that mood, I go for it and like it's really fun and relaxing and I enjoy it. But then when I'm done, I'm done. It's not my
Yeah.
forever game, you know?
Yeah, I do like it. I just like pick it up and occasionally and like do a few little things and then like get distracted and just don't reload it. have a fishing mini game competition. I have thought about that. That is something that I do want to do eventually. Is like find a bunch of games that have like a fishing mini game
And get Joe
and
on there.
just kind of yeah, if we can get Joe to come in and just kind of like go through each game, and be like, you've got to catch this fish, or you've got to like catch
A fish.
you got to catch like 5 fish per fishing mini game or something like that.
Every platform. Damn.
Yeah, I think I have Stardew on. I don't remember if I own it on Xbox or if it's on Game Pass on Xbox, but I definitely have it on Switch and PC. And now we have Cat Ears Mohawk and Samurai Man.
I really wanted the Mohawk from season 1. I just never played when it was one of the like things to unlock that week.
Phone, tablet, PC, Xbox, Switch. Nice.
Hold on
Let's
tight.
see if our team plays the objective here.
Enemy has the ball.
Off to a good start.
Damn it.
Ball dropped.
Got him. Ah,
A kill. That felt magical.
where are you people?
Enemy has
All of their dudes were on me.
What do you mean, you people?
I mean, I killed the guy holding the oddball, and then 2 other people showed up,
I'll
and
trade.
nobody from my team was around.
I've killed 2 of them, but none of them had the ball. Unfortunately, I was trying to get to him. A little rusty, I will admit. It's
Yeah,
been a minute.
but I feel like, and I don't know exactly how their
the ball.
matchmaking stuff works, and like how much skill-based stuff is in there. But I definitely feel like the last time I played this game, I was a lot better at it.
Right? Yeah, like we may have to find a lobby that fits us.
Well, I
after
think
we
it's
lose
just
a few
we might
times.
get our we might get our butts kicked a few times until we. Oh no, they're
Enemy has the ball.
all over.
Yeah, I was pretty competitive at this game before probably Elden Ring. I mean, this was kind of like my
Yeah.
nightly game. I'd hop on, play a few matches, and
Enemy has the ball.
So what kind of mods are there for Stardew, Bo? Is it
are there mods to make the graphics good? Sorry.
rude?
All right, I got the ball. Someone protect me.
Active camo inbound.
Ah,
At least we'll get some points.
Active camo available.
I'm down. There are some graphics. I was just kidding though.
Enemy has the ball.
Just my personality coming through. Stardew has reached that level of those games that like I hear are good, but I haven't played yet. And now that people keep talking about how good they are, I probably never will. Kind of like Mass Effect.
how dare you? It's free on Game Pass.
Got some to automate some farm processes that take up all your time. Added a whole set of other villagers, including a pixie dream girl. You can fall in love with Sinatra. That's what I did.
Don't tell Caleb.
Income.
Oh god.
Let's grind them to a halt.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Ow. Why are they so accurate?
How come my grenades just don't do anything? Probably because
Well,
I'm not accurate.
Because you're not hitting them correctly.
Enemy has the ball.
Back in my day, grenades used to be
We have
accurate. Damn it. Yeah, I knew I was going to lose that. I missed him so much.
Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Oh,
You got a friend down there, Dylan.
Ball dropped.
yep,
Got him.
yep. Double kill. Why are we holding the ball? Why is it just sitting on the ground?
Didn't you watch the girlfriend reviews on how to play Oddball?
We have the ball.
Have you watched girlfriend reviews, the 2 Elden Ring ones they did?
Uh-huh.
They're hilarious.
They were good.
I feel like the actual girlfriend review one before she like gets into the game is very much Abby.
Help me. Help me, people.
Okay, their team should be about down. Where are you? Okay, you're still in here. Cool. Yeah, I meant to show Abby the girlfriend review for Elden Ring. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Did she enjoy your time with Elden Ring, or did she hate your time with
She
Elden Ring?
hated it. She does not like watching FromSoft games. If I'm playing something like The Last of Us or The Witcher, where there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of characters, a lot of talking,
Nearing victory.
a lot of HBO stuff, she's
Yeah.
down for that. If I start playing a game where I'm fighting a boss 90 times and going, God damn it, between each one,
Yeah.
she doesn't like that. She's like, why are you playing this stupid game again? I'm like, because it's fun. We won. How did we win? That's amazing. Like she
I held the
didn't
ball.
she didn't love Bloodborne when I was super into that. And then
Yeah.
Elden Ring was kind of like that on crack, so they have
Yeah.
bots on their team. It's not a great sign.
Enemy has the ball.
Like when we were first like dating and like newlyweds and stuff, and I was going through The Witcher, she
Yeah.
loved that. She liked the conversations, like keeping up with the characters. She liked Geralt. She liked, all that kind of stuff. She probably couldn't tell you what happened start to finish, but she enjoyed like the interactions and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if it's a game that's like pure gameplay, she's not really into it as far as like backseat gamer goes. And yes, it is fun through gritted teeth. Exactly. When I was
What
fighting,
I'm hearing, though, is you should play Stardew with her.
yeah,
Or just let her play Stardew.
I don't know that she'd like Stardew because I think the reason she likes some of the more story-based games that I've mentioned are because they kind of look like movies. So if I was playing some pixel art thing, I guarantee she would zone out as soon as she looked at it. She does like Animal Crossing though. Like I feel like if she gave it a chance, she would probably like Stardew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty Abby game, honestly. Come on, teammate, where you at? Oh, teammate got the
Whoops.
sword.
I just got destroyed by that bot.
That's embarrassing. I got surrounded.
Active
I
camo
did kind of
available.
stall out on my second character
Ah.
on Elden Ring.
Yeah, I haven't been back to Elden Ring in a little bit. I mostly blame the fact that I've been super busy. And that I played it so much.
You did. You binged the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
We have the ball.
So I do want to like I do think it's one that it will function like other From Software games where I don't necessarily like play it all the time, but it's always on my hard drive because I like to just pop in and play it because it's so familiar to me, you know?
Nearing victory.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I got decent, probably like a third of the way through the game on my second character before I just kind of like, I got to one of the underground sections and was just like, I don't feel like doing this right now. And then I shifted to some other games.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean
Yeah.
like I won't go back and finish that character.
No.
It's just like, you know what? I'm kind of ready for a little bit of change.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where, like, there are people out in the world that'll be like, I can't play it unlimitedly forever. Terrible game or whatever.
Oh,
And it's like, no, I put like 200 something hours into the game.
yeah,
like,
I'm not
I really
mad
loved
at
it.
Yeah.
Like, Maybe not 200 hours, but I put a ton of hours into the game. And it's like, S was like, okay, I want to break from this, you know?
I'm definitely at like at least 150.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just like
You should,
if
you
you
should
ate,
pop a double XP token if you have it.
I just popped a boost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or that one, yeah.
If
Sounds
like I love chocolate ice cream, for example.
Mm-hmm.
If I ate that for 150 hours, I'd probably die. So,
True.
you know, you play the same game for 150 hours. It's reasonable that you might want to like go play a little, like a
Yeah.
Stardew Valley, like a little casual, chill indie game for a bit. And just like, I've been playing Kirby for the last couple days. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
this is nice, you know?
Yeah. I've mostly in my time off these past couple weeks have been playing either XCOM or Hunt Showdown. I have not really been doing a whole lot other than that. Haven't really been playing a whole lot of video games, but those
Yeah.
have been the two.
Definitely understanding.
Yeah.
Understandable, I mean.
I did play a little bit of
Hostile territory.
Fortnite yesterday because they have gotten it back on the iPhone with xCloud streaming.
Other than the last couple words of that sentence, that was just kind of like,
An
ugh.
ally took their flag.
I
Played
mean,
Fortnite
it
on
was
my phone.
it was Star Wars, you know. So
Okay, that's what it was.
they put lightsabers and like blasters and stuff like back in the game.
I personally have never
Uh,
actually really played Fortnite, so I'm just
I'm aware.
playing it.
I feel like we need to do it one week.
maybe with the no build mode.
Yeah. Which I feel like will be. What are we playing? What is going on? Oh.
Don't know. We're just. I'm following
it's
you.
like one flag.
We suck. Oh, we won. Not because of me and you though.
Yeah, it's just wandering.
I was following you
Um,
because I was like, well, the other two went together. I'll follow Dylan, and we're just talking. And then I was like, oh, we should probably be
Yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah, I feel like no build mode will stick around too. Like I don't think it'll
Yeah.
go away. Now that they have implemented it into the game.
Okay, but here's the problem. You want to hear the problem?
When you lose in that game, you're losing to a 12-year-old, and that your ego can't take it.
I don't know what you're talking about as far as ego. I don't even have an ego. No, the problem is if I like Fortnite, if we do play it and it turns out, oh, I actually like really enjoy
then,
this game.
Then you have to come to terms with that.
No, I'm gonna spend $150 on all the like
Ah.
character skins that I want.
Well, they're only available every so often. Like it's a rotating store,
So I'm
so
gonna clip that. Yeah, but still,
guy below you.
I can still spend the money whether it's rotating or not. I'm gonna be buying Spider-Man. I'm gonna be buying
Yeah,
any character that they release that I enjoy. I'm gonna be like, yep, I'm gonna buy that. And then
yeah. I
Like-
have like some Star Wars.
I was gonna say like you getting like insanely
before we s-
overhyped for Master Chief.
Yeah, I do have Master Chief. Right before we started this, I went and I got the Godzilla skin for Call of Duty.
So it's a skin. You can play
Well,
as
I think-
Godzilla.
You can play as a guy who's like got a Godzilla themed ghillie suit, and then they have oh no, there's two guys over here.
What did they charge you
um,
for that?
They've taken our flag.
I don't know because I had like points or something from some battle pass back in the day, and they
Power items available.
but I think there's like Godzilla and
Flag return.
Kong stuff like coming to the map itself, but that launches next week.
Gotcha.
They have our flag.
No, they don't. down. Couple of them coming to the flag.
Yep.
But honestly, like, I don't think that
Returned.
I'll like Fortnite enough to really spend that kind of money because I just don't really get invested in those kind of games
Yeah,
that
you're not
heavily.
the biggest like battle royale person.
Or multiplayer just in general. Like this
Mhm.
game, Titanfall 2, like there are a handful of games that I play pretty well, like it got pretty deep into, but
Yeah.
still, this is the first game I've ever bought like a battle pass or anything for. Kill him! Got it. We're not in a great spot here, but it's back.
Flag returned.
Nice.
Nice, dude. We're good at video games. We got this.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy team facing elimination.
2 minutes ago, Bo liked one of our TikToks.
And now,
Nice.
the
Let's see which one was
finishing
it.
blow.
You're just looking for an excuse to bring up Sexy Spider Lady, so let's just go ahead and transition into Sexy Spider Lady.
Oh, 2 minutes ago, he liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like 20 of our TikToks, so never mind.
Nice.
I feel like you are making Sexy Spider Lady more of a thing than I was intending it to be. I thought it was kind of funny. 2 minutes ago, Bo liked all of your TikToks. Appreciate it, man. Now go make another account and like them again. No, yeah. It was interesting making clips for that episode in particular because it had been so long since we recorded it.
It was like listening to it again.
Yeah, so I was like listening to it.
for the first time.
Yeah, trying to come up with like what would be a good something to clip out. And so I thought the Sexy Spider Lady was a
Yeah.
decent moment.
Yeah, well any time that you can put in, you know, Sheila. What is how do I
I also had fun making those because I like found some cool like trailers and stuff that actually like fit what we were talking about almost to a T.
Yeah.
But that episode, listening back to it and like making those clips really made me want to go back and play that. So I think like if I start streaming like solo on like a different night, I think I might start with Shadow of War.
Yeah, because you never got to the like the ultimate final ending, right? Because back when you played through it, it was still locked behind like the 100-hour grind.
Yeah. Yeah, I never did all that. So I got to like, I guess the soft
Yeah.
ending or whatever you call it.
Yeah, because now they've like shortened that ending where you have to like do a couple of things a few times or whatever.
Yeah, it was. I remember having a lot of fun with it,
Mm-hmm.
but after like going back, watching trailers, seeing kind of the hype that was around it at the time, like reading comments and stuff from 2017 or whatever it was,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I have it on PlayStation and I don't have the trophies, so
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
maybe once these finals are over, like maybe next week, I'll
Yeah. And it's a fun game. Like I really enjoyed my time with it.
King of the Hill.
I forget what I rated it in the episode, but
an A, I think.
probably sounds right.
I think you gave it A, and I gave it like A, B, and Braden gave it B, B, or something like that. Because Braden wasn't quite as hot on the second
Yeah.
game as we were, but he also didn't really like give it a full chance.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of just like around, and I was like, "Hey, you want to be on this episode?" He's like, "Sure."
Right.
I think he just wasn't like in the right mindset or whatever for that game because there was one of the clips that I clipped out where he was like complaining about, you know, getting interrupted trying
Yeah,
to traverse the
getting
world.
interrupted, and I was like,
you're like,
"But
you
that's
could
the
just-
awesome part of
You
the
could
game."
just fly a dragon, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't get that far." It's like, yeah, he didn't really see everything that game had to offer.
Enemy team took
Yeah.
the hill.
But for me, it's been so long. I feel like I played Shadow of Mordor more recently than Shadow of War, because I went back and played like the Game of the Year edition for Shadow of Mordor. Which,
Yeah.
speaking of Game of the Year editions, I recently bought The Witcher 3 on Xbox,
Again.
the Game of the Year edition, because I had loaned out my physical copy that I bought when the game released to a friend.
Uh huh.
And so I was like, well, let me just go ahead and buy this because it's on sale. It's like $10 for the whole game.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm just converting my game to a digital version of my game.
Yeah, that's what I would have assumed.
Wrong. The Game of the Year edition is a completely different game.
Oh.
So-
all new like unclaimed achievements.
Unclaimed achievements, no saves. So I launched it because actually, ironically, I launched Halo and Halo looked like crap, and it was like glitchy and flickery, and I was like, what is happening? I thought it was my TV. So I launched into Elden Ring, it looked fine. So then I launched into The Witcher, and it looked fine. But then I noticed I had no like save data.
Yeah.
And so that was when I like went and looked it up and was like, oh, this is a new game. Well, it turns out the variable refresh rate on my TV like doesn't work with Halo apparently, and that's what was causing the problem.
Interesting.
Yeah, the more fancy technology gets, the more of a pain in the ass it is.
Well, didn't you just buy that TV though?
Yeah, and so like it's not my TV, it's Halo. It's like Halo Infinite does not work well with the like variable because it's on the Xbox. When I turn the variable refresh rate setting off on Xbox, Halo looks fine.
The hill.
Gotcha.
Enemy team
So it's like an issue with the game talking to that particular setting. Because my other
Gotcha.
games, I've had it on since I got that TV, and none of them have had problems.
enemy team took the hill.
But yeah, that led me to go investigate The Witcher, and I was like, oh, I think I might have a playthrough coming up because fresh achievements.
I am doing terrible this thing.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I have like 3 playthroughs of XCOM going right now. That's been a lot of.
Enemy
That's
team
hilarious.
took the hill.
I have one that's on my Switch, one that's like my personal one on my Xbox that has all of like the custom characters created and stuff in there, and then one that is
Enemy about to
the one that I'm doing like as a stream. So it's been interesting to like sporadically bounce back and forth between all of those and be like, wait, what am I doing in this one? Who is still alive? Who's dead?
Oh, right. Trying to like remember the timelines.
hmm
Gonna kill that guy up there.
your team about
It's like a multiverse of madness.
I know. I want to see that movie in theaters. Hopefully, Abby and I can find time to go see it. I want to see that, and I really want to see Thor. But I feel like Thor is going to play off of Doctor Strange. I feel like
Mm,
Jane Foster is probably going to be some sort of like a variant. So
variant. Yeah,
I want to see Doctor Strange first, obviously.
yeah. They have graduation stuff going on up here, so I may go tomorrow while everyone's graduating.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to see it
got
this
stuck.
weekend. Maybe I could see it on a weeknight or maybe next weekend, but
Mhm.
I don't think this weekend's going to work.
Yeah. Gotta see it soon, or else all the children's will be out of school.
A real horror film. Interesting. I know Sam Raimi directed it.
enemy about to score.
Jeez, all of them are in there. They are.
One of them's dead.
Enemy team scored. Kill incoming.
Other one's dead. Not that it matters now.
At this point, I kind of just want to let them win.
It's not the right attitude to have, Dylan. Yeah, I do want to go see Multiverse.
Yeah.
It's
I do too. I want to
seems
see
like
that
a
one, and I want
crucial moment in the MCU. You know?
yeah, I want to see that, and I want to see the
Spider-Man's not in theaters
Took
anymore,
the
Dylan.
hill.
I just wiped their
Hill
entire team.
control.
Nice.
I want to see the Everything Everywhere All at Once movie too.
I
That
keep
other, like, multiverse
hearing
movie.
that movie is great. Like, if people weren't praising it so much, I would have no desire to see it. But people
Yeah.
keep talking about how great it is, and so I'm like, well,
Enemy team took
that's one I'll probably catch on like
Yeah,
HBO or whatever, just because it's so
Yeah.
hard for me to get to the theater.
people keep saying it's super good, but it's not like the typical like, oh, critics are saying it's really good, which means that like I'm probably gonna find it super boring and hate it. It's like normal people saying it's good.
Right. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible place to defend with
Yeah,
grenades.
he's got an overshield.
score.
I see that. Yeah,
Took the hill.
like I didn't even see Batman until it hit HBO.
Yeah. What did you think of Batman? Have we talked about that? Have you seen it?
No, I
when-
have watched it
Okay.
on my own personal HBO account that I don't mooch off of somebody.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is an A24 fan, so naturally I want to see it. That makes sense, yeah. I do like a lot of the A24 weird stuff.
Enemy team took the hill.
I like Batman.
Enemy
Yeah.
team nearing victory.
I like everybody playing the characters in Batman. I don't think it's the best Batman movie,
No.
but I think that it might be like the best Batman universe.
Hmm.
I just feel like they did a really good job with all the subtle stuff and with making Batman a detective and all that kind of and like his year 2 and his everything is really like kind of scrap pulled together, but it never reached like the dramatic highs and like oh crap moments of some of the Nolan films. And it's really hard when you compare them to like, you know, a movie where an actor like literally died, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I like everything about it. I just think that overall as a film it didn't quite peak any higher than any of the other Batmans, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the best the best detective Batman we've seen. It just took a long time.
Yeah,
Which I agree.
If they could have truncated it a little bit, like if
Mhm.
they could have brought it to like a 2.5 hour movie or a 2 hour movie.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm actually rewatching it like piece by piece right now
Mm-hmm.
because I listened to the Kind of Funny like in review of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it made me want to go back and like watch parts of it again.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, maybe I'll go back and watch because like it feels like one of those movies where you catch little things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
on repeat viewing.
Yeah.
The Christopher Nolan movies were not necessarily like good Batman movies, but they were good
Mhm.
movies. Like they weren't
Yeah.
super true to the characters or the world or the lore or like any of that
Mhm.
stuff, but they were really good kind of like thought-provoking movies. Say what you
Yeah.
will about the third one. But this one felt a lot more like character accurate, but it just
Mhm.
it kind of felt like even keel the whole way through. Like it never had any major big like whoa moments, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
I really liked it. I think I talked about my thoughts on it a few weeks ago, so I won't rehash them too much. But I thought it was a fun one. Was it as good as like the Nolan movies? In my opinion, no. But I did like it, and I am interested to see where they go with this Batman.
I
because
think there could
it
be a
has
really
lot of
good
cool
sequel.
potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I felt the same way about Batman Begins, where it's like when I watch, like now in hindsight, I feel like I like Batman Begins more.
Mm.
But I think at the time, I was like, I mean, that was an okay movie. Like, like I don't think I was like super like hype on it when I first saw it, though.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the general consensus. I think honestly, if Bale didn't do the like ridiculous Batman voice,
Hmm.
he would be best Batman hands down. But I do think that Pattinson gives him a pretty decent run for his money as
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, like I do like Pattinson.
I like how he
Pattinson.
plays the character, but I also like just like this universe's portrayal of him, like working alongside the police and being a detective and all that kind of stuff. He feels like more like a person that exists in that world rather than some sort of weird
Yeah.
cartoon character who got dropped into the world, you know?
Round one.
Nice.
What are we playing?
Attrition.
Okay.
I think it's like last Titan standing, where you've got like
So many lives.
so many lives or whatever.
The finishing
So I think
blow.
we've got 8 respawns, and then you can still. I think you can still bring people back after the 8 respawns are done. I think you've just got to do it like by rezzing them.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the Batman 2. Cuz I liked all the actors, all the portrayals. I liked Gotham. I liked how it kind of went back to that over the top like Batman animated series style with like gargoyles and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of felt like a decent Batman story. Like it didn't feel like a crazy good Batman story. But also the Riddler's not like a crazy good Batman villain, so
I thought they did a good job of the Riddler,
The enemy
like making him much more interesting of a villain.
you mean making him kind of
this one.
like Joker?
Yeah, well, but just more. I liked that it was more grounded and less of
Yeah,
the like
yeah.
just ridiculous cartoonish. You
Yeah.
know.
Did
I feel
you
like we've finally done terrible enough that it's put us with babies,
Did
and
you-
I'm all for this.
did you watch the Joker stuff that they
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily, but
yeah. I'm interested to see what they do with it because I feel like it could be.
just
Oh,
about out of lives.
it could be cool.
Grand slam.
ooh, grand slam. Clip that even though there was a
Nice.
bot there. Yeah,
Where-
whoa, the
So fun,
Riddler's the
dude.
best. The Riddler is the best. Interesting take, Bo. Interesting take.
I do really like the Riddler.
The Riddler is one of the most cartoony of the mainstream villains. I guarantee. Like,
Are you talking about Riddler like in specifically that movie or
or as a character?
as a character in general? Because as a character in that movie, I would say he is definitely one of my favorite Batman villains in the live action Batman movies.
But like even in
In
the
general,
Arkham
he's
games, he
definitely
was
not
kind
one
of
of my
like
most interesting villains.
yeah. Even in the
to
Arkham
me,
games, he was
personally.
kind of annoying and like cheesy.
All of my quests are to do stuff in this last Spartan standing mode, so I guess I'll have to do that later.
Let me. Yeah, I haven't even looked at my quests. Where do I see that?
As a character in general.
Okay. Interesting.
It's respectable. You're allowed to have that opinion.
Yep.
You know?
People, everybody has an opinion. What do they say? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them. I think that Riddler is one of the most recognizable characters for a reason. Like, I think in the wide array of Batman's rogues gallery, he is like one of the better ones. I just think that like next to Bane, Freeze, Joker, who else is in his Red Hood, if you want to count him,
Yeah.
the Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, like that whole group. I just think he has a lot better, more interesting villains versus a guy that's like, meh, I'm smarter than you. Let me craft a riddle, and if you can't get it, then some contraption will go off and electrocute the girl you love, you know?
He's like the Saw, the like goofy Saw of the Batman universe.
But Batman has some really crappy he has some really crappy villains that people never talk about, like Calendar Man and Polka Dot Man and like stuff like that. So compared to them, yes, Riddler is good. But the best is strong language.
Who?
Hill incoming.
Seize the hill and kill everyone that tries to take it from
Oh, and then you've got what was the dude in Arkham Knight that they just completely ruined him by making you do a tank battle against him? Oh, was it Slade? Slade Wilson. He's the Teen Titans villain.
Enemy team took the hill.
You know how I'm
I
talking about?
I didn't make it through that game.
Did you watch Teen Titans? Because he's in season 1.
Oh yeah, I watched Teen Titans. It's Slade. That's his name.
No, what's his actual villain name?
Is his name not Slade? I thought it was Slade.
No, he because his name is Slade Wilson.
Uh,
Enemy about to score.
Deathstroke? No, Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. Sounds right, because wasn't he
De-
did he
yeah.
cameo at the end of like Batman v Superman or something?
He is Deathstroke.
Hill.
I was confusing him with Deadshot, which is like the sniper one from Suicide Squad. Yeah, Deathstroke, I think. Yeah, in like at the very end of Arkham Knight, you fight him, but it's a tank battle in like
The hill.
Deathstroke. Thank you, Kyle. Hello, Kyle. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, Kyle.
I have not heard from you in forever. How are you guys doing? We definitely miss Geek Ketchup. Came in
hate
just
this
at
hill.
the right time. You did come in just at the right time. You saved me. I was like, I can remember his actual name. Can't remember his like villain name. Of course Kyle would know.
Camo in
Comic book
Enemy
guru.
about to score.
Don't have this hill.
active camo available.
Enemy team score. Hill incoming. Hill ready.
Not sure if I like this game.
I'm okay with it. I don't like a lot of the hill placements because they feel like they're just like there to screw you. This one doesn't seem bad.
Kyle, were you here for the what led up to this conversation? Did you hear us talking about the villains? Like, where do you think Riddler ranks as far as Batman villains?
I mean, I would probably put Riddler in the S tier with the others.
S tier.
Yeah, I mean he's
S.
a cool. Yeah. I mean, he's way better than Calendar Man, like you said.
Yeah, but that's like F tier. Yeah, man. Things are going good on my end of the FNG world. Dylan's been pounding papers these last few weeks. I don't know how to describe what you've been
Your
doing,
team about to
but
score.
we're making it. We're doing good.
Yeah.
Content-wise,
Just a-
things are going really well.
Your team score.
School-wise, Dylan is like regretting all of his decisions he's ever made.
Hill ready.
Yeah. We finished. Did a
Control.
big bit of my dissertation now, so I'm on to like the next phase of it. which hopefully will be a lot less hectic and
Enemy
easier.
team took the hill.
Oh man, he has a hammer.
Why did their grenades explode so much better than my grenades?
Enemy team nearing victory.
Kyle, I know I'm overwhelming you with questions, but like I haven't talked to you in a while, and I'm kind of curious what you think of the fantasy league. So, whenever you get done with your Riddler questions and all the other stuff I've thrown at you, let me know what you're thinking about fantasy league, because Elden Ring was a great get. Came in literally
Yeah.
as you guys were talking about Slade. For me, Riddler's a top tier villain, but in the grand scheme of Bats for a Gallery, he might be a second tier. Okay. I feel like that lines up pretty well with what Bo was saying.
Kyle is doing fairly well in the fantasy critic league.
He is, yeah, he has the only 90 plus game so far. I
Yeah,
picked up
he's sitting
Trek
at-
to Yomi, which might have been a mistake. I haven't actually looked to see where the scores are.
Yeah, I was wondering who got that. It didn't lose you points, but it only got a 73. So,
Kyle has a Riddler tattoo.
oh, interesting. Is it like a question mark, I assume?
It's either that or it's Riddler as a Funko Pop. Let's see.
Not a whole lot of action going on in the Fantasy Critic League right now.
No, we're all
Kyle, I think, has picked up Evil Dead the game. I see that as a recent draft.
It's a Funko Pop question mark.
Ah. Let's see. And he's sitting at 66 points. I don't think he's had anything come out since the last time we checked in on it.
Yeah.
Aubrey picked up The Quarry, which is that game by the people who did Until Dawn and The Man of Medan, all of the Dark
Right.
Pictures anthology stuff.
So it could be
And that
good or
comes
it
out
could
this
just
summer.
be like a 70.
Well, the general progression has been that people have regarded each game like better as it's kind of like
But the Quarry
Man of Medan was the roughest, but they've gotten better as it's progressed. And the Quarry looks really cool.
is the
to
Quarry
me.
part of the anthology or is that a separate
No,
thing? Yeah,
it's
exactly.
separate
That's
from
like
the-
their
it's-
big it's like their big game.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could be decent. It could be like the successor to Until Dawn or something.
Yeah, and she had Weird West come out a few weeks ago. It's sitting at a 76 right now. Getting her 6 points. Jay, I don't remember if he picked up Pokemon Scarlet and Violet last time that we looked at this, but he has as of now.
So
He just had Nintendo Switch Sports come out. It's 74, getting him 4 points.
Jay is I'm in Jay's Patreon for Super Bracket Bros, and I watched his he posted like a editing video of the episode that you and I did with him, and there was the point at the end where I mentioned Fantasy Critic in our plugs. He was like, he kind of paused the video and was like, "Oh yeah, I don't think I'm doing too good in that. I kind of bet everything on that Nintendo Direct. I kind of panicked and thought that no other games were going to come out." He's like, "I've spent pretty much all of my money."
Yeah. Let's see. Joe looks like that he has drafted Forza Motorsport.
Assuming that comes out.
It probably will. I wouldn't be shocked if it
Kyle
came
said he
out this
picked
year.
up Evil Dead as a random pickup. He also says that his tattoo is Riddler's face in pop form and then some filler question marks around in another area on his shoulder.
Let's see.
Kyle, stay tuned to the show, Mick Arcade. We just had a conversation with him a few days ago. It'll be coming out in a couple weeks. It was very interesting to hear the connections, draw the lines of how he knew you guys and then how he found us and all that. It was kind of a fun conversation.
Mm-hmm. You haven't moved a whole lot other than Trek to Yomi.
Yeah, I picked up Sonic and Trek to Yomi. I think those are the only two ones I picked up recently, and then Trek to Yomi came out, and I thought it was going to do really well, and everybody's like, well, it's not Ghost of Tsushima, and it's like, well, no shit.
Yeah, and Moss came out for you, Moss Book 2,
It did.
which it was, when I saw that it was sitting way lower than that. It's at an 84 now, which is at least getting you a decent chunk of points.
Yeah.
I saw it when it was sitting at like a 70 or whatever, and so it was like getting you nothing. And then I haven't picked up anything. Chrono Cross came out, got me 6 points with a 76.
I wanted to talk to you about Chrono Cross.
Yeah,
I remember you
I know
being
nothing about it.
I remember you being like, you might not allow this because it seems kind of cheap, but Chrono Cross was a big deal when it originally came out, so it's going to be a big deal now, and it got like 6 points.
Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna follow that trajectory of like, oh yay, it's finally like easy to access and play on a modern console. Other news though, they officially have said Modern Warfare 2 is the Call of Duty coming out this year. So good get there, hopefully.
Potentially. It's
because-
not a remake, it is the sequel to Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
It came
but
out a
Modern
few years
Warfare
ago.
was generally regarded as like
was good,
the
yeah.
best one in the most recent memory.
I
so
did really like it. Yeah, Kyle.
I feel like Infinity Ward gets a lot of love just by nature of being Infinity Ward.
Right, yeah,
So-
no, they do. I mean, even when they send their characters to space, people say, yeah, it's a good game. Kyle said Mick is a great guy and he's crushing it with Playodic. Have you watched any of those streams, Dylan?
I have not.
I
did
know you've
not
had a
have
busy
chance.
week.
Yeah, I've kind of learned about them
Talking to him.
right at the
Yeah.
right at the kind of midpoint of my crazy couple weeks, and so I have not had a chance to like sit down and look at any of that. I did look them up on TikTok and watch a couple of little short TikTok things on there.
Seems
but I
like it'd
haven't.
be up your alley, the whole D&D.
Yeah, well, in a way, it's kind of up my alley. In another way, I am trying to watch Critical Role, and so I've got like 200 hours of Critical Role that I want to get through, and so throwing another D&D Let's Play or live play on there is tough. So
You're the struggle is real.
yes.
So Kyle's still winning in fantasy, huh?
Yes, he is currently sitting at 66, with me at second place at 54, Jay at 40, you at 38 in fourth place, and then Joe at 22, Aubrey at 5, and Chris at 3. The
Speaking of,
projections, which are never right,
Yeah.
are putting Kyle at number 1 at 120 by the end of this. Me right under him at 118, then Jay, then you, then Joe, then Aubrey, or then Joe, then Chris, then Aubrey.
wow.
So
Because Kyle, while we have you here, you got to get on your buddy Chris. I mean, I know he is he's busy with things in life and whatnot, but I don't think that dude's done anything since we drafted. Don't let him be the new Caleb.
Kyle says catching up on Critical Role is a mountain we may never see the peak of. Yeah,
I've never started
Yeah.
Critical Role, so I don't have to worry about it.
I was doing really good for like 2 episodes. Like they just started season 3, and so I was like, oh, okay. Like I can hop in to season 3 and just start fresh, like with a fresh new story, and then like catch up on like seasons 1 and 2 going back. Continue like if I have the time. And then I stayed current for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then I have gotten behind.
How
So,
much content do they release?
I mean, they play D&D pretty much every week. Occasionally, they'll have like a filler episode where, or like an off episode where they just do something goofy. Like, I know that I haven't listened to it, or watched it, but I know they just had like Stephen Colbert on for like Red Nose Day, and I don't know if that was like a mainline story one or not. Um, but they play D&D for roughly like 4 hours a week, uh, and then put it out. And so
Oh,
when you're
that's
trying to
just
listen
half
to
a
like
shift.
4 hours, well, yeah, half a shift if you're not having to like, I have to talk to people in my shift. I
Oh.
don't get to just listen to things, unfortunately.
I just ignore
No.
people when they try to talk to me. It's like,
Yeah.
don't you see my headphones are in?
Yeah,
It's
a
like
lot
when
of
you're at the
mine gets
gym.
done. Yeah, like a lot of mine gets done if I'm like doing stuff around my house or like driving down to the coast for 6 hours. It's like I can get an episode and a half in on the way down and an episode and a half in on the way up.
Sounds
Are
like you
you
need to
saying
come down
4
to
hours a
the
week is too
coast.
much? It is. I mean, it's hard to keep up with, but don't lie. If we could play D&D for 4 hours a week, we probably would.
So, okay, so Kyle brings up an interesting conversation point where he says watching on 1.5 or 2x speed is the key. I know there are a bunch of freaks out there that listen to podcasts like that and also watch like YouTube videos like that. A buddy of mine that I'm going through school with right now, when he's like watching like math videos to like try to, get a grasp on a concept or something, he'll go in, the first thing he does is adjust the speed of the video. And then you have like this Indian guy or this, whatever, like talking at 2 times speed. And for me, it's just distracting. I can't listen to my content sped up like that because it just doesn't sound natural. They sound like chipmunks, and it's more hilarious to me than like productive. So I guess there's just a group of people out there that are cool with that. Like that's just how they roll with their content. They're like, content is there's too much content, so I can justify speeding it up so that I can listen to more of it. And me, I'm like, well, there's too much content, so if it's not up here, I don't feel bad about not like engaging with it. But I don't speed it up. Bo, I kind of agree. Like 1.15 is tops for me. Like 1.0 is about. I could maybe speed it up slightly, but
could you speed it up if the pitch correction was changed so that it still sounded like normal pitch? It just sounded like they were maybe talking really fast.
Probably not, because I don't know if you know this. I'm a bit of a like purist, a perfectionist. So I want to hear it as it was created or intended.
Yeah.
So it is a struggle. It is a struggle. I understand why people do it. It just doesn't work for me. Do you listen to content like that?
Me? No.
Yeah, you.
No, I do not. I have never attempted to, but it just has never seemed like something I would like. So
one time my podcasts got switched to like 1.5 or 2.2x speed or whatever accidentally, and I was like leaving work, and I'm like, what is happening? Why do they sound like chipmunks? Is my phone broken? Like I had no idea what was going on, and then finally I like poked around and found the setting and realized that like something had gotten bumped, but it was like, no, this is not right. I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's one of those where I just am like, I'm gonna just choose the things that I listen to a little bit more, not wisely, but just like
More
if I'm trying to
discretion.
listen to Critical Role, I'm probably not listening to a bunch of kind of funny stuff that week, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And so it just kind of depends. Because I don't even like, some podcasts will do the thing where they like cut out silences and stuff. Not like I think all podcasts do that some, but like just anytime there is a silence, we cut it out and it's just like
Yeah,
no
right.
gaps. And to me, even that just feels very unnatural. And maybe that's a little bit of like the southernness in us of just like we're used to people talking real slow down here and
Yeah,
having a lot of pauses.
pausing, yeah.
But there's a natural cadence of conversation that I think gets lost when it's fast and sped up. That is tough for me to like process. So
Yeah.
yeah, if it, like Bo said, if it was background noise or something, like if I wasn't trying to pay attention to it, if I was just like putting it on to have something that I liked, like if I was throwing on a kind of funny podcast and I just wanted to have people that I enjoy listening to talking in the background, or like one of our friends of the show's podcasts, like Super Bracket Bros or something, and I wasn't invested in like the characters that were fighting that episode, but I just wanted to hear like Jay and Eli and whatever their guest was talking. I could see speeding it up a little bit, but also if I'm just putting it on for background noise too, I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I don't feel like dealing with the settings to speed it up.
Yeah, if I'm listening to something, I'm usually like, that's what I want to do, because like I'm usually, most of my podcast listening is done at work, and I'd rather like listen to what I'm listening to than pay attention to what I'm doing at work. So
Yeah.
Speaking of like speeding things up, I think it maybe was the Assassin's Creed episode, since we have Kyle and Bo in the chat, friends of people who are on those episodes / spouses. Whenever I tried to import Chris's track into that for some reason, it would, when I imported it, it came in as stereo. And so when I would try to convert it to mono, it would truncate it and it would speed it up. And literally the funniest person you've ever heard in chipmunk mode is Chris Heck. Because he has like that kind of like really deep voice normally, and is kind of like the kind of more slow, methodical pace of like speaking. And listening, like just how that imported and hearing him as a chipmunk was one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard.
Kind of like the Frank the Tank.
Exactly, which is the opposite, where he was like slowed down even more. But when he's sped up and sounds like a chipmunk, it was hilarious. It wasn't quite as hilarious at the time because that episode was already like held together by 2 ounces of super glue. But it was a slight funny highlight listening to Chris as a yes, exactly, it's the opposite of what happened to him during the fantasy draft. I should have just copied it and put it at the end of the episode where he comes in and he's just like talking about how like, this game is bloated because of whatever reason, but he sounds like freaking chipmunks from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, it's hilarious. We have a bot on our team, which is not ideal.
We do. I'm gonna blame most of our deaths on him.
Suck it. Suck it. Two
Nice.
of them
Oh
down.
shoot,
Our lives are depleted as well.
they're resing one of their guys.
Where?
They brought one
Where I died.
Come on, dude.
That was
I'm probably gonna
guarding it.
die too because our homies are not near me.
There's 2 of theirs still dead though.
For now. Okay, 3v1. The one is probably gonna try to go. We had someone tell us once that Chris had a good voice for ASMR. I mean,
I can see that. him just like getting close to the mic and making popping sounds into it, and then like rubbing it and whispering.
The finishing blow.
I would not want to listen to that personally, but you know, to each their own. Ever since I
So
discovered Amaranth on Twitch, that's like what pops in my head when I think of ASMR. And so, like, imagining
Yep.
Chris just like licking an ear-shaped
Licking-
microphone it doesn't
Yeah,
doesn't
I am-
really work for me.
I am not one of those people that find like I know that some people find ASMR really relaxing. I am not one of those.
I mean, it
people.
depends what it
stresses me
is.
out.
If it's like sexual ASMR, like what she does, like no. I'm sure there are certain types of ASMR, like different types that like have different effects or whatever, but like imagining Chris do what Amaranth does is just like super uncomfortable. I would like to see it at some point. I would definitely enjoy witnessing it once, but I wouldn't like tune back in for repeat viewings. Oh
Lives
man.
nearly depleted.
There's 2 of them down there. All 3 of them are down where I died.
All right. I don't have enough bullets for all 3 of them, but we'll see what happens.
Oops.
The enemy's almost out of lives.
Lives depleted.
Oh shoot, we're doing bad.
Yeah. Weird, they're actually playing as a team.
What the heck's up with that? Where's our guy that's dead?
Well, one of them's me. One of them's probably the bot, so choose wisely. They're guarding my body, though.
Okay. Are they still guarding your body?
Yeah, there's still a decent amount of... there was a couple of them. Yeah.
Danger
Jeez.
zone incoming. Round lost.
The first time I ever listened to Geek Catch Up, like, I don't think I thought that Chris had a good voice for ASMR, but I was like, the 2 voices on this show are so different that you absolutely cannot get them like confused with each other. Because like, I feel like when we have Braden on the show, people would probably like, oh, those 2 dudes sound the same. But Kyle reminded
When
me.
I listened to an episode with Caleb and Alex on it,
Yeah,
and I was
Can't
like,
tell
I don't
them
know who's
apart.
talking.
Kyle reminded me of David Spade.
I can
And-
see that.
And it was Chris that had like messaged me and told me that they had like he wanted me to check out their show, let me know what they thought, that kind of
Yeah.
like we were both in their infancy. And when I heard Kyle, I like messaged Chris and I was like, have people ever told your buddy that he sounds like David Spade? He's like, no, I've never heard that. I'll let him know. And I was like, how have you never heard that? How am I the only person that thinks this?
Lives nearly depleted.
New twist to the fantasy draft. Loser has to record an ASMR video.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle says.
That's hilarious. We should totally do that. I would love for that to happen and Joe to lose. That would be the ultimate outcome. If Joe had to do it.
Though.
Lives depleted.
I don't want
Danger zone incoming.
to. See, I would lean into it though. I would like,
You would lick a mic.
yeah, I would lick a mic for like the comedy of it and be like, oh, this is stupid and funny. Joe would be uncomfortable the whole way through, no matter what we had him do. And it would be hilarious.
You think Joe's mom would listen?
I'm not responding to that.
I'm dead. If you want to respond me.
You deserve it.
Demo inbound.
There's no good way to respond to what you just said.
Nice.
There's another one.
Judging you.
Demo available.
Sure.
Victory.
Yeah, judge
Excellent
that,
performance.
Sonny.
Your excellent performance right there.
Did I come in topsies? Probably not.
I think it was the 2 of us at the top. I could be wrong, but I feel like we were holding our team together.
Yeah. I feel like I I pulled it together at the end there. We still haven't done like the King of the Hill or the like. Maybe the other game modes aren't here yet, and they're only doing the
Yeah.
one.
Well, I haven't seen, like, because we've gotten some King of the Hill, but I haven't seen whatever that one that you were talking about was.
It's called Land
s-
Grab.
Yeah, Land Grab. I haven't seen that one. Last Spartan Standing is new, but I also saw one that looked like Gun Game from Call of Duty in the trailer.
Last
I
Spartan
haven't
Standing
seen
is
that.
kind of like Gun Game, where you start
Oh, it
out
is.
with like a certain loadout, and then as you play the match, you like level up, and you
Mhm.
can get better equipment. Fiesta is like their Gun Game, and that was in season 1.
I thought Fiesta just gave you a random loadout.
That's what. Oh, true. Yeah, Gun Game you change when you get a
Gun Game
kill.
is like
Right.
everyone has the set,
Right,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
start
yeah.
with this gun and every kill.
Yeah,
gets
so
you a new
that's probably Last Spartan Standing, where you
one.
get
Okay.
you like level up as you start with like 2 pistols, and then as you like
Mhm.
level up in that mode, or maybe I guess it has to be within that match, you can get
Mhm.
better weapons.
Gotcha.
An ASMR video, not even just audio. Oh my gosh.
King of the Hill.
Oh, this map's not bad. I know this map pretty well. And it's King of
Yeah.
the Hill. Nice. Yeah. I feel like it would be fun to do like a mid-year check-in for the Fantasy Critic.
hmm
I don't know, Geek Catch Up, how you like where you guys are at. If you could hop on Discord for a couple hours one night. I know Chris's life is like topsy-turvy, but and we only asked everybody to commit to like an end year thing, but I think it would be kind of fun to do like a video that was like a check-in, like a kind of an opportunity for people to gloat, you know?
Yeah. Do something like after E3 season and everyone's had a chance to pick up like where all the summer games and stuff.
Who dares stand against the king?
Yeah, you know, once people have a chance to beat Kyle with his freaking Elden Ring, because I re-rolled the draft to be nice, because I knew people were going to give me shit if I got first pick.
Oh yeah,
again.
if you got first pick and you got Elden Ring, we would all have dropped out, gone and made our own draft without you. And
I would have been playing with myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna clip that out, post on Instagram.
Do you know how to get into Instagram?
No. Well, it's probably in.
I'll just delete it from Instagram. Yeah, no. When I saw the order that they initially picked, I was like, we gotta re-roll this, and Kyle benefited from it, and I'm happy for him because it wasn't any of the LPF people, and it wasn't Jay, and so ultimately it worked out really well. Because if Kyle
So
wins,
really,
I'll feel much better than pretty much everybody else in that league. Kyle's down for a mid-season check-in. Sweet. You just gotta get with homeboy. Make sure he's down for it. Make sure his internet's down for it. Because we did have some struggles on that draft. It was hilarious because I didn't have to edit it.
have we had a good King of the Hill match this
No.
entire night?
We have not. I haven't
Okay.
particularly enjoyed this game mode. But isn't this like a classic Halo game mode?
I mean, King of the Hill has been in every Halo. Did I ever play it much? No.
Right.
Um,
Incoming.
So it's just because we're playing against a bunch of tryhards.
well,
Cinder shot.
and I feel like in the past it worked more like Oddball, where you would be on the hill and it would slowly tick up points, versus this where it's like you're filling a bar to get like a big point,
Right.
because like
Oh, they had a cinder shot.
we haven't really stood on the hill a whole lot either, but I feel like this mode makes it easier to like catch up potentially,
We also have a bot.
but also it is not
enemy team took the hill.
I'm not having a particularly fun time playing King of the Hill, but also I've never
Ooh, nice
most of the
grenade kills.
objective modes I've never been a huge fan of.
I like
just
some
because-
of them, but yeah, this one, and also like we have a 3-4-3 on our team. Like I just feel like the
Yeah.
game, the people left
Kill
playing
control.
are not as casual as us.
Well, I think there's some of that, and I think it's just like when you have a bunch of randoms, even if they're trying to work together, like there's always the struggle of randoms to actually work together. And so, like in the past, like when I was playing Halo 3, it was most of the time in a party with like 3 to 4 people, you know. And so it was pretty easy to kind of like coordinate. Whereas I don't think I think the biggest party I've ever been in has been like 3, 4 in this, and I think we were playing big team. So
I was the best on our team with 4 and 7.
yeah, I was not doing stellar.
Kyle just shot me something on Instagram. Let's see. Oh, it's a video.
Is it him doing some ASMR?
And for anyone listening to this show and not watching, I get confused when you're listening to Cole, because I don't know if anyone's ever told you this, Cole, but you sound a lot like David Spade. Really? Yeah. And I think he's legend. I like one of my favourite films, Disney side, Emperor's New Groove, which he voiced.
It's from their episode with this week in Metropolis.
He texted Matt the other day and said,
He said he sounds a lot like David Spade.
Yeah, they called him out on it too.
It's over covering someone. There's
David's not available.
if David's listening, you've got your guy here.
Builder 2. Sorry. Kyle David Spade.
When I was in high school, probably had the hair. When I had hair down to my
Kyle had David Spade hair.
Did I believe him? But obviously that was quite a while ago.
I've seen the episode. I have to post that, Matt. Okay.
That's hilarious. Let's see. So, we've gotten to play 1 out of 3 of the game modes for season 2, right?
Yep.
We don't love it.
I mean, it's fine. Like it's King of the Hill. Like for a King of the Hill game mode, I think it's good. I just am not personally a huge fan of a lot of King of the Hill type stuff. I like King of the Hill and like maybe big team a little bit better than just like 4v4.
Yeah, it is interesting. I
Um,
wonder if there is like if we were to do a big team battle, if we'd get one
Mhm.
that was a little bit, if they throw it into that playlist as well. But
Mm-hmm.
so let me ask you this:
Okay.
we've got 3 options ahead of us.
Okay.
Option 1, we carry on. Option
Okay.
2, we play something else for the remainder of the stream.
Okay.
Option 3, we wrap up the stream.
Okay.
Where are you at? What's your
I'm
enjoyment
fine.
level? You having fun with Halo?
I mean,
You wanna shift
I always have some.
gears?
I always have some fun with Halo. I'm fine swap into something else if we'd rather play a little bit of something else. We can wrap the stream, but I'm gonna still be playing video games. So I I have successfully messed up my sleep schedule, so I will be up forever. So it's kind of I'm fine with whatever, I guess is what I'm saying. If you want to hop into
classic
some
Dylan.
of the if you want to hop into Last Spartan Standing, we can do that. If you want to hop into a whole other game, I don't know what we've got installed besides that is in common besides like Hunt Showdown, and I don't know what else you've left installed.
Well, Kyle, thanks for stopping by. It was great to catch
Yes.
up. We will definitely be in touch if we want to do like a mid-season check-in for the fantasy league. So also, if we just want to have you on another episode of the show. So definitely we'll be in touch. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me throw it to just chat.
I have to go to the bathroom, so whatever you discuss it with chat while I go to the bathroom.
With chat. I think
With
chat just left.
He is chat.
But I don't think Bo's there anymore. Okay. Chat. Let me look and see what other games I have installed. Halo's fun. I'm having fun with Halo. But let's see.
All right. Have you decided what you want to do?
No, chat wasn't particularly helpful, so
Oh well.
I mean,
Dealer's choice then.
yeah, yeah. I guess at this point, I mean, it's 10 after 9. We maybe play a few more matches in Halo and then call it a night. Or
Okay.
the only other option would be like, I don't know how long a round of baseball takes, but I could kick your ass in that again.
Depends on
How
the
many
settings.
innings? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's
I don't
just
feel like our last one took very long, but
we can just do a couple more rounds of Halo and
yeah.
keep it on brand, keep it on theme, and then maybe in our personal time I'll kick your ass again.
Yeah, we can kick it to a different playlist that if we want to.
Yeah, so let's see.
We do big team. We could do.
We have not done a lot of big
Fiesta.
teams.
We could do just Team Slayer or Ranked Arena.
You want to do some ranked arena?
Yeah, we can. I don't have a rank this season yet.
I also have not ranked at all. Let's do that.
Turn the crossplay off if we want to, and make them use controllers.
How do I turn that off?
You go to the ranked queue and set it to solo/duo. The one above.
Got it.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Mm-hmm. There is King of the Hill in this playlist, but I don't actually think there is a Slayer version. Oh no, there is some Slayer in here. Okay.
Thought you were a Halo fan.
Yeah, but I haven't played like a ton of Halo since like Halo 3. Like I've played every game since Halo 3. Like I played 4 and 5. I played Reach. 5 is probably the last one I put a lot of time or more time than normal into, but it still wasn't as much as I would play like 2 and 3 and 1, like the first 3 games, I guess.
Yeah.
So like it's I don't know, it's some of it I think is just
Of
I'm looking for
course.
different things when I come to a video game, but some of it is just like, you know, I am not
Freaking capture the flag.
I'd rather like if we have to do capture the flag, I'm okay doing it on this map. I would prefer to do it on this map than a lot of the other ones.
Dude in the neon green seems like he's played this game for a minute.
Yeah, or at
Oof.
least
Seize their
spent
flag
decent
and
money.
defend our
Battle
own.
rifle. How's the Twitch highlights video going? Because
Nabs
Ouch.
Commando.
I'm excited to
I
see
am-
this particular one.
Yeah,
Overshield.
it's going pretty well. It definitely feels like the most variety that we've had on Twitch highlights.
Overshield available.
There were 5 Twitch streams. So it's, you know, trying to cut that down to like a 30-minute video tops. Does not leave a ton of time per, you know, each 2-hour stream that we do.
Have our flag.
But it's still been fun to like mess with. And I'm planning on hitting a bunch of it tomorrow. Oh, they got a rocket launcher just as an aside.
You only have to use the
That's
streams that I was in though, so like I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I'm pretty sure Jay would be upset if he didn't get to see some XCOM 2 highlights
The
in
enemy
there.
carrier has
I'd be
revealed
upset if
themselves.
Jay doesn't even actually watch it, so you know. But yeah, no, I think it was a good month of streams. A lot of variety like you said, and also
Captured your flag.
just some fun twists on streams and some fun
Mhm.
Oh, one behind me, south of you,
Ally took their flag.
down below.
And they know where I am, so I might as well run, huh?
Oh, you have the flag. I didn't realize you had the flag. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's why I'm excited to see this one because like I've had a lot of fun watching our stream highlights up to this point, but I feel like this month in particular we have had some really good streams.
Enemy
Yeah.
flag returned.
I agree. I feel like we've... Come on, jeez. I feel like we've had a good run there of just fun little things that we did. This is probably one of the more normal streams we're doing. Where it's just us playing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thrusters obtained.
Finds me like in their base.
M41 Spanker inbound.
What do we have coming up podcast wise? I know Raiden's Shadow of War episode came out this week.
Correct.
What's next week's?
So next week we have a really fun interview with Eric from the Unlockables podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then following that will be a pilot episode of our new format that we're calling Neighborhood Watch,
Good.
which is a kind of roundup of all the stuff we've been playing. So like talking about Halo Infinite Season 2. We're not going to do a dedicated episode about that, but we might want to talk about it on some content. And so this will be the place to do it. So that episode will be following the interview. Then after that will be Mick Arcade's interview.
Nice.
And then following him, I don't think we've decided yet.
Your flag.
Probably a game-specific episode.
Yeah.
I think it's our Elden Ring. Actually, I think it might be our Elden Ring like deep dive.
Okay. I just ran into their entire team.
So like our spoiler cast, no holds barred conversation about all the weird, crazy stuff that happens in Elden Ring. So that could be fun. We don't currently have a guest lined up for that, but I could definitely see us finding one
They're seeing pink now.
between now and then. But if not, it'll just be the two of us just talking about the 150 hours that we've each collectively spent in this game.
They gotta catch us 5 times.
Been spotted.
You died. You let me down.
He has no shield.
He had enough shield to not die by a needler, apparently. Jeez.
It's the explosions that do the damage there.
I know, I guess I didn't quite get enough off. I put about 3/4 of a clip into him, but it wasn't quite enough.
Enemy captured your flag.
This is
Just
about
capture it 2 more times.
how I thought this would go. I don't like 3-round burst. I don't like the battle rifle. I didn't realize that would be our primary weapon.
Yeah.
Should have known. What else do we have coming up on the video front?
So we've got that Twitch highlights coming up. We've got a video I'm working on where we're talking about Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh.
And then we've got a video where, kind of similar to the the neighborhood watch thing that we're doing, is with the podcast of it's games that we are not going to dedicate like a full video to probably, or a whole podcast. It's another outlet for games that we enjoy, that we want to kind of showcase and show off, that is probably not going to show up anywhere else,
They've taken our
and we want to put them in front of people. So I think the first one that we talked about, I think, was Hunt Showdown and the Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Curse of the Mummy? Cursed Mummy?
You had it right the first time.
And so, we're probably not going to do full, review episodes of those. We're not going to probably talk super in-depth about them on a podcast, other than maybe,
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
other than just kind of maybe what we've been playing sort of type of episode.
Right.
And so it's a way to kind of talk about them a little bit more, about here's why I like this, here's why I think you should check this out, here's what it is, a little bit of gameplay or something. And so I think that'll be a fun thing to throw out there.
Nice. Yep, I think we got some awesome content coming up. You want to try to attempt that slaughter again?
I mean, maybe, yeah. Maybe it was ranking us with platinum tier people or something because it thought we were that good, and now it's no, they're not. Maybe it'll put us with a bunch of bronze or iron or whatever the lowest tier is. I'm also probably gonna upload a video going through all the options for XCOM 2, as far as
character creation. Yeah. That sounds cool.
So that as I continue that, I'll probably link it in our Discord, and which you can find on here.
Yes,
Maybe?
and linked in all of our podcast episodes.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna do that so that if you want to participate in the like have a custom character that is you or whatever in the game as we play through. You can more easily do that rather than me just kind of like trying to go through and like show all the options with a 5-second delay and all that kind of stuff. It's just like you can there will be some sort of way that you can
Let's be the best little slayer we can be.
you hear this guy.
Let's see. Where do I go to fix
Oh,
that?
this nigga ain't dead.
Oh,
This nigga about to get fucked up.
How do?
Good game.
Where do I go?
I realized how much I relied on the radar until they took it away from me.
Where do I mute people?
Take the lead.
Huh?
How do I mute people?
Oh, I don't know. Back and then select them on the thing.
No.
There should be like a mute all in the start settings, audio,
Lost a teammate.
No, it's not an audio.
voice chat. If you scroll all the way down, voice chat mode, you can unselect match chat.
Okay, it's a weird way to do it, but take it. There's a way to do it quicker, I think, but I couldn't. I found it before, but it's not as
It's not as intuitive.
as like Call of Duty. Yeah. We definitely don't need to be like taken down on Twitch by.
Active camo
Yeah.
inbound.
by random
Take the lead.
chat.
Exactly.
Active camo available.
Wow, I actually killed one. Somebody's name Built to Bone.
Yes,
That's amazing.
he and I have a little rivalry going.
Ah, I see you are built to bone. I too have been known to bone. Gotta love Xbox.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Built to Bone and Bebo Da Vinci are.
Okay, I got the assist at least. I was gonna say he had to be one hit from death by the time I died. Oh, spawn kill. Oh, got him. Nice.
Jeez. Oh, the guys that are doing is losing it.
Active camo inbound.
Oh,
behind you.
flanked me.
Lost the lead.
Damn, I think he just killed our team.
Mm-hmm.
As Five Finger Death Punch once said, I got your six. Ah.
Hello, Bebo.
There's another one. I'm down. Thank you.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Give me that assist. We're tied at least. You know what sucks about playing Halo ranked? I'm bad at
Friendly
Halo
fire?
ranked. Oh. I'm not good at video games, so that's the problem.
Oh, where is this person? Know how I missed that many times.
Another one down.
Come on. Ah, I am the assist god.
Yeah.
Active camo inbound.
Nobody cares about your active camo, you stupid Cortana wannabe.
Thrusters obtained.
Cortana be.
Active camo available.
I guess we could do an episode on this game, huh?
We did.
Did we?
It was one of our launch
Like the
episodes.
campaign? We did the campaign?
Yeah, it was one of our launch episodes.
Oh man. It's been a year, huh?
No, it was January.
I know, but like a year so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Elden Ring came out. You just shot me.
What?
You just
Who
shot
did
me.
that? Me? No.
Damn it.
Gunfire.
Enemy team
Um,
nearing victory.
Yeah, our launch episodes were Interview with Jay, Game Awards, and this for our game specific episode. And you know what? This one has the most downloads.
Oh. Huh.
Not of all of our episodes, but of those three. Our top downloaded episode is Elden Ring with Joe.
Understandable.
I was going to say, probably because it's Elden Ring.
What? Okay. You guys got him.
Yeah, I got to kill. Got to kill, guys. Hey, I got to kill, guys. Guys, I got to kill. Punched a dude in the face twice. No! This game is stupid.
The heck?
Nothing like ending on a high note. Trying to jump into ranked. The dumb decision.
Active camo inbound.
I saw that. I was trying to help you.
I'm at the bottom of the team, 5 and 10, with 4 assists, I will say. 4 assists. I wouldn't be quite as bad if those assists were kills. Nope.
Most of our team is struggling pretty heavily.
But not you, though, right?
No, I am like third place on our team.
They're everywhere! Got one. Cool. Got Bebo Da Vinci. Do you ever use your power up? I never remember I have one. Because it's so inconsistent on what it is and what it does, but I just never
Yeah.
even use left bumper.
I use it all the time in campaign, but also like campaign was very much like
Yeah, you have a grappling.
I got to pick. Nice. Great way to go out.
Look at that team. Look at them. They're all red. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
They're like red. All right, I'm gonna throw it to just chatting. Final thoughts, Dylan. Lone Wolves, Halo, Halo as a whole. Where are you at with this game?
I mean, I still like Halo. I still think it's a good game. I still want to support them to continue to make Halo because I like what they did with the campaign, and I do like the multiplayer. I am not coming to Halo super often for multiplayer, but also I'm not really coming to most like squad based shooters as like like I play Hunt Showdown some, but I'm not playing that as like a multiplayer shooter game. I'm playing that as like a PvE and occasional PvP, like battle royale type weird thing. Like it's
Right.
kind of put that in its own little category. I'm not really coming like I'm not coming back to Halo a bunch, but I'm also not going to like Call of Duty or any other shooter. So it's just I don't put that fault personally on Halo or anything. I don't think it's because Halo is bad in my opinion. I think it's just because it's not what I am currently looking for, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm kind of right there with you. Like if I have the itch to play a competitive like multiplayer shooter, I'll probably jump into Halo Infinite first.
Yeah, like that is my go-to.
But I have a lot of other games I'd rather be playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them single player, a lot of them just different genres.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Lone Wolves season 2 moves the needle in any significant way as far as like, whoa, like this is a reason to be back into Halo. It's like, there's a few cool little things here. It's still the fun kind of Halo Infinite gameplay loop, but also we had a bot in our match like 7 out of 10 times tonight, which for me feels like a bad thing.
Well, and I think there's a little bit too of just like, you know how in the new Call of Duties you can select like which game modes you want included in the like quick playlist.
Yes.
They don't have that in here, which I understand to an extent of like, if they let you pick and choose, and not many people wanted to play oddball, but some people really did want to play oddball, it would be tough to get into an oddball match.
Right.
It would take longer, and then they're not trying to make it take longer. But at the same time, I didn't really enjoy pretty much any of the King of the Hill matches that we played. And so after 2 or 3 of them, I probably would have just like taken that out of the equation personally if we had the option to do that. And so I'd love something like that to be implemented where it's like, because right now it's like you can do quick play, which has everything. You can do Slayer, which only has Slayer. And I do like Slayer, but also like I do have fun with oddball. I do like in general, like some capture the flag stuff can be fun, depending on the map. Some of the, other kind of goofy game modes, like the 3 like AB strongholds. What is it? I like strongholds. But most of our matches were like King of the Hill and Capture the Flag, which I probably would have turned off.
Yes, exactly.
So, and so I'd like a little bit more customization. And so I think you're right. I don't think it didn't feel like we played on one of the 2 new maps. But like
the other one's the big team, and I have played it before, and it also doesn't feel like anything that's like, whoa, this changes the game. It's like, oh
yeah, like it was cool, but it was nothing that's like, oh man, for as much as it gets kind of crapped on like Fortnite or Warzone or whatever, like a lot of times when they launch this big new thing, it's like, or a new season after like 6 months, it's like decently significant changes to the game. Whereas this kind of just, I haven't played Last Spartan Standing, so maybe that's going to be like a huge game changer, but it kind of just feels like the same multiplayer, which is fine. I enjoy the multiplayer, but again, it's not really what I'm looking for, or it's not what I personally am craving as a gamer right now for myself. Like, I do think it is a really good multiplayer shooter, but I'm not really looking for a multiplayer shooter right now.
Yeah, it's not doing a lot to keep you coming back. It's like, yep, I had fun with this. I'm moving on.
Mhm.
They're not doing a lot to be like, no, you have to stay here. You have to keep playing. This is the game you should be playing
Yeah.
right now. And it's like, yeah, we tried it out tonight. I'll probably play a little bit more because I bought the battle pass. I'd
Mhm.
like to, and I enjoy it. Like, it's still
Yeah.
a fun game to
But-
hop in for like 10, 15 minutes or like maybe an hour one night when it's like, okay, I can't jump into like a JRPG or something tonight. Like, I don't have
Mhm.
time. Well, I'll play some Halo and then that's good.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's about it.
yeah. Well, and I kind of appreciate that about them because, like, a lot of the other games like Call of Duty or Fortnite or even what is it? Like Destiny 2, it's like they all have events and stuff that it's like I bought the battle pass for this. I own that battle pass.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I'm not feeling Halo right now, but 2 months from now I'm feeling Halo, I can pop back in and still, I mean, this season will still be going on, but
But season
I can
1
pop
as
back
well.
in. Yeah, but I can, I have the season 2 battle pass. I was still working on season 1's battle pass today, and so I appreciate that about it too, where I don't feel like I have to keep coming back to get my money's worth. Like if I buy a season pass for like Call of Duty or something, it's like, well, shoot, I feel like I've got to play a bunch of this all the time because it's like I put money into this, like I want to get all of the rewards possible.
Right.
Versus it kind of just being like this, where it's like, I got this battle pass, I can get it, I can complete it at any point, I can complete it at any time.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I want to
Mhm.
wanted to do this tonight. I wanted to buy the
Yeah.
battle pass. I want to support 343 because I do feel like they're doing a lot of things right.
Mm-hmm.
They're just struggling to keep the kind of general and casual audience engaged, which
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And I don't know that that's a bad thing either, because it's like I do feel like there is a little bit of, like I know I put 150 hours into Elden Ring or whatever it is, and like heavily binged that game. Was that the best thing? I mean, I enjoyed my time with it, but I've kind of like put it on a box, and I'll come back to it later. Whereas it's a lot of this other kind of stuff is like, do I need to like play 4 hours every day in order to like for it to be a good game? I don't personally think so. And so like I think a lot of the conversation around, and this is maybe something we'll get into in a future podcast, but I think a lot of the conversation around Halo is like it's not using a bunch of negative addictive strategies to keep you coming back and keep you playing and keep you buying stuff and keep you doing all this stuff. And I'm kind of okay with that, and like maybe rather than framing it as like, it's just not keeping people hooked, maybe we need to look at like, is it really that good that Call of Duty is keeping so many people hooked the way that it is, like I'm all for video games, and I'm not one of those people that thinks that they're like oh, they're going to turn your kid's brain to mush, and they're but like there are a lot of I feel like the way that people talk about content, even like Netflix and stuff, where it's like they sit down, they binge it, and then they get upset that there were only like 8 episodes. It's like, well, that's okay though. I would rather there be 8 good episodes than it never come out, or
Or
I
15
don't know.
like
I guess I'm
mediocre
okay
episodes.
waiting on things. I'm okay waiting on things, and I'm okay. I have plenty of other games I'm happy to go play, and I don't feel like I need to play this every day for like 8 hours a day. If that makes sense.
It would be an interesting topic to explore because I mean, how much of that is us where we're at in life? How much of that is the industry? How much like there's just so many like different angles we could explore with that, and I definitely think it could be an interesting conversation. But as far as this stream and kind of like bringing it in for a landing, like I think we had fun tonight.
Yeah,
it's a good time. We both still are fans of Halo. We appreciate 343 and kind of their approach to this, and also, I speaking for me, I just really appreciate their transparency and how they are handling the fact that they know they're not quite giving what the audience is hoping for, and so like that whole picture was one of the reasons that I wanted to stream it. I want to buy the battle pass. I want to support it. I want to like kind of get the word out for it, and so I really hope that maybe they catch their stride later this year or whenever, and I hope that Halo Infinite does maintain and find success, and it took a while for Destiny 1 to finally actually get off its feet and become the juggernaut that it was, and so I have no doubt that Halo could also maybe do the same thing. But do you have anything else you want to say before we wrap this stream up tonight?
Other than just calling you out for Destiny was not made by these people, but go on.
No, I don't mean that it was. I was just I was using that as an example. You could say the same about No Man's Sky. You could say the same about Warzone.
I thought you were.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't saying
no. Like their other game, their previous game, Destiny.
You had literally just mentioned Destiny 2, so like it was on my brain.
Okay.
But I was saying like when Destiny 1 launched and for what it was trying to do, like it was really bare bones and simple. And so it felt like a good comparison where it's like,
that makes sense.
Halo
I see what you're saying.
Out of the gate is trying to do something but doesn't quite have its footing yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like Destiny was a similar thing when they did that. And now you look at Destiny 2 as like one of the juggernauts, one of the biggest games in the industry. And it's like, I think that Halo Infinite could eventually find those kind of levels of success in their niche and genre. They just have to they have to get their feet planted on solid ground and get that momentum going. So,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Definitely check us out on social media. Check out our podcast for more kind of in-depth conversations like this. We're definitely going to be exploring games and topics and things like these in the future. We have really cool interviews with cool people that you can check out. We have awesome videos like we've touched on. We got highlights coming up. We've got little reviews coming up. We've potentially got a mid-year check-in for the Fantasy League coming up. So if you just tune in for Twitch, we would really appreciate it if you go check out some of our other content, because it's all basically the same kind of vibe, just in a different place. So with that, we will leave you with a reminder to stay friendly, gamers.
Gamers.